Stan Lee is perhaps the most recognizable comic creator ever, probably because he's appeared in more superhero-related films and television shows than literally anyone ever. And sometimes when it comes to his cameos, there is more to them than meets the eye. So here are 5 Stan Lee-related Easter eggs. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button and click the bell to be notified when we upload fresh content. Stan made a habit of appearing in almost every Marvel film since the original X-Men, but did you know that he appeared on screen before that? He had provided the voice of the narrator for both the Incredible Hulk and the Spider-Man TV series in the 80s, but his first on-camera appearance was in the 1983 TV movie The Trial of the Incredible Hulk, where he appeared uncredited as the jury foreman, making his big debut right before David Banner loses it and winds up tearing the courtroom apart, which is kind of to be expected from a Hulk film. During a typical Stan Lee cameo in the original Thor film, it turns out that he was not the only comic creator to be there. The scene in question sees a bunch of locals in the New Mexico desert attempting to pick up Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, and failing horribly at it, though they seem to be having a pretty good time regardless due to the party that sprung up around it. In addition to Lee, who employs a truck to try to move the weapon, we can also see J. Michael Straczynski, the creator of the criminally underrated Babylon 5, who worked on a run of Thor comics during the early 2000s. And yeah, he also fails to move it, not even a little bit. But as I said, he created Babylon 5, so he'll always be worthy to me. Ignoring for a second the fan theory that Stan plays Uatu the Watcher in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, let's go back to 2005 when Lee got a chance to portray an actual character from the comics. Though most people assumed that he was just a nameless, generic mailman in Fantastic Four, Stan was actually playing Willie Lumpkin, a recurring character from the comics who often delivers mail to the Baxter Building and subsequently Reed Richards. Lumpkin in the comics even bears somewhat of a resemblance to Stan, complete with a sick mustache and style and do. It's almost as if they planned it from the start. They didn't, but still. As is basically required at this point, Stan made another appearance in 2016's X-Men Apocalypse, this time as a suburbanite who watches in horror as all the world's nukes are fired off at once. And this time, he wasn't alone. Seen with him is his late wife, Joan Lee. The two had met in New York City when Joan was married to her first husband, though that didn't last very long. After 2 weeks of dating, the two went to Reno, Nevada, where she not only divorced her husband, but also married Stan the same day. In fact, the judge who granted her divorce just an hour before was the one who performed the ceremony. The two were married for nearly 70 years when she sadly passed away due to stroke-related complications in July of 2017. And of course, we couldn't forget the most recently talked about Easter egg involving Stan the Man. 2014's Guardians of the Galaxy is somewhat infamous for having a few Easter eggs that director James Gunn claims haven't been discovered yet, including one massive one that he's constantly hinting at. Well, one of these Easter eggs can apparently be scratched off the list, as Twitter user Dan Actual noticed that when Rocket scans Stan during his cameo in the film, some strange letters appear on screen. Dan Actual figured out that those letters actually spell out Stan's signature catchphrase, Excelsior, in the language of Marvel bad guys, the Skrulls. James Gunn later confirmed the find via Twitter, stating that while it was indeed an undiscovered Easter egg, it wasn't the Easter egg. So while cool, I guess the search continues. But while you're looking for it, we want to know which Stan Lee cameo was your favorite. And are there any Stan Lee related Easter eggs that we missed that you know about? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're watching this on Facebook, click the link to be taken to our YouTube channel for more videos like this one. And thanks for watching.